Hi everybody, welcome back to Jenkins Boat Works. I am Chuck Jenkins. In this episode, we're starting a new project. We're going to work on a Sea Snark. It's this boat here. It's a styrofoam hull. These things were mass produced back in the 70s, and I actually have two of them, both which I got for free. This one, we sailed numerous times, actually took it to North Platte, Nebraska, Ogallala, and sailed at Lake McConaughey. Big, beautiful lake in western Nebraska. So it's seen some use. In the last year or so, it had been outside and neglected and got very severely waterlogged. I brought it up here to the shop in the hopes that it would dry out, and it has, and so we're in a position now where we can start working on it and bring it back to glory. So anyway, we're glad you're here. We're gonna work on just getting the hull prepped, and I'm gonna try to fiberglass the bottom of this thing and hopefully make it watertight and get it going. So if you are new to the channel, welcome. This Jenkins Boat Works is a channel full of multiple boat projects that we have been working on over the last several years, all the way from canoes and kayaks to the biggest project I've ever done, which was the Haven 12.5, and many of you had watched that. But if you're new, check out the channel, dig in there and see what you like, and if you do like it, please subscribe. Let's get going on this, and we're going to see what we got to do to try to get ready to put this hull back together. So I've cleaned out the inside of this with just a mixture of alcohol and water, and I still got a lot of dark places. This is kind of textured, so it's difficult to get the dirt out of the little crevices. So I've got some Dawn dishwashing liquid and some soap, and let's see if we can scrub it out a little bit and see what happens. Oh yeah, that's working. I do think the inside of this is savable. We might paint it. All right, so we got this thing cleaned out, and I'm gonna flip her over, but I think I'm gonna try to take this thwart out of here first. That little post goes down in the hull, and it's just a piece of plywood. We're gonna replace that. So anyway, I think we'll try to get that out of there before we flip it over. Use soap and water, and then I rinse it out with this water and alcohol, so good with that. Let's see if this thing will come out of here. How about that? All right. We'll hang on to this because this is just plywood. We'll make a better piece of wood. Mahogany if I can get it. All right, so there was a little screw eye in here. I've taken that out. I'm gonna try to peel this off of here without damaging this styrofoam too much. Wow, that's really protected where that was on there. Wow. It's got some little dimples in it. I don't know why, but well, I guess now we clean this off. All right, so I've kind of wiped this all down. I'm afraid to get too aggressive with it, get any kind of dirt or grass or anything off of there. You can see a hole right there. There's this here. It almost looks like, I don't know, looks like worms or something got in there. Up here, same thing. There's a big hole right there. There's a place down here where it got maybe crushed. There's kind of a big divot right there. Again, it looks like something was trying to get in there and eat that. I don't know what would eat styrofoam, but all in all, it's not terrible. Here's probably the worst spot right here. I got a half an idea to try putting some spray foam in that. And I've got a little bit. That or maybe just thickened epoxy. I've got my Total Boat Fair compound that we're gonna put on here. And I don't think it should eat this, but we're gonna test a little tiny place first before we get too crazy. A little gash up here in the front. Definitely fixable and worth fixing. These are so fun to sail. All right, this hole here is just, it's really big. And I mean, I can stick my finger down in there, probably a good 2 inches. So I've got this large gap foam, and I use this stuff actually to seal up the shop, up in the ceiling up by the rafters where there were just some gaps, and so I know it works pretty good. I have a small hesitation with this that it might eat this a little bit, but it shouldn't. I mean, I think foam's foam. Man, but this is the only way I can figure to get in here and do this, because like it goes way deep inside there. So, all right, here goes nothing. Woo! It does expand, so hopefully when it's in that hole, it will expand and seal up any little gaps we've got. Pretty much gonna waste this can, I'm afraid. Well, that's okay. Wish there was some kind of way I could smooth that out. I may try getting a little body work spatula and see if maybe I can smooth that. It's got a little plastic spreader. Let's see if we can kind of smooth that out. Oh yeah, that's working. Messy. I should have put a pair of gloves on. Well, all right. Yesterday, we started working on the holes that are in this styrofoam on this Snark. And you can see some of it really expanded. You got a big lump there, another one over there. But I think we accomplished what we wanted to, because we certainly filled in the holes. So this was where the biggest hole was here, and you can see how it's puffed up. We're gonna take I think we'll take the Japanese saw to it, just kind of trim off some of those parts that popped up. Another one up here. That is the centerboard slot, and it is kind of degraded. I'm not exactly sure what we're gonna do about that, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. This thing just trims it right off of here. That's awesome. You gotta be careful I don't get into the hull. Wow, that's great. There's another big spot here. He got into a bag of corn here just a couple of minutes ago. I don't think dogs are supposed to eat corn. He doesn't know what he's supposed to eat. I'm gonna try to lightly sand this. I got some 80 grit. I'm afraid to take the power sander to it. I just don't, I don't think it's gonna need it. So let's see what happens. That's gonna be good. We're gonna use the Total Boat fairing compound and put that on here. We're gonna test a little area first, make sure it doesn't eat this styrofoam, but I don't think it will. A polyester resin probably would, but I don't think epoxy will, and the Total Boat is a two-part epoxy. Cool, eh? I'm gonna try taking the mouse sander to this. Just gonna be really cool and careful and see what happens. Hi, Toby. How's the shop dog? You look like you're getting tired. All right, so we kind of sanded in here. Something I'm noticing is where this yellow plastic was over this. Obviously, this has been protected and is much nicer. There's a ridge right here where the plastic ended. So we've got a lot of fairing to do. There's moon craters in this thing still, but where we started out with filling with this foam, we got the big holes filled in, That's going to take a fair bit of fairing compound to smooth that out. It's coming. It's going to be easy to do. It's just a little hull. I remember doing the sanding on the Haven. That took forever. If you like the video, remember to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.